Of course, episode 299 was going to be late. Welcome to Cocktails in the War Room, everybody. I am your host, Mistress Carrie. Welcome to the War Room, and welcome to episode 299. I cannot believe that since March 14th of 2020, we have gotten together 299 times, and I cannot blame the tardiness on this week's episode to the puppy. Actually, believe it or not, there is a giant birthday party happening in my house on the other side of the room. And because next week is Christmas Eve and the week after is New Year's Eve, I could not cancel on you guys 3 weeks in a row. I wanted to end 2024 with episode 299 and start fresh in 2025 with episode 300. So there's a party in my house right now that I am not in right now, because I wanted to be here with you guys. So what's up, Alexis and Keith, Jonathan and Tracy, Rachel and Donna. Donna's here, Brett, Dina watching on YouTube. For anybody that may have clicked on the live on Instagram, yes, it's Mistress Carrie. No, I did not die. And we do this every Tuesday night at 8:30. We get together, we talk about music, we talk about tours, we talk about our lives and what's going on in the world. Definitely have to congratulate the Navy, the Army-Navy game over the weekend. Navy beating Army 31-13. So Navy got to sing second. So I am sorry for all of my friends in the Army. It's a little weird. I was talking to the Backstage Pass holders about it over the weekend, because being a Marine family, they don't have their own team. They fall under the Navy. And so even though, yes, there are some Marine officers that go to the Naval Academy and are playing for Navy, it does not have the same passion and loyalty, I think, with a Marine family than it does with a Navy family. But I'm still happy for Navy. I would have been happy if Army won. It just, that would have caused a fight in the house with my husband. YouTube is in the future, says Donna. We're on YouTube right now. We stream live on my YouTube channel, the Mistress Carrie YouTube channel, every week. Donna says, you are missing your party. It's not my party. My friend is turning 40 today. And so kind of an impromptu birthday party kind of showed up at my house. And so here we are. Friday, stop. You guys can't see what she's doing, but she's sitting behind me and she is eating my hair. So I'm not missing my party. My buddy Matt is in the other room at his party. He just is in my house while he's doing it. Can you guys see what is happening right now? I want you guys to take a close look at Friday. For anybody that is new to the War Room and doesn't know the dogs, this is Friday. Can you guys see her whiskers? See how they're white on the ends on this side? Do you see that? We've been redoing a bathroom in my house, and Friday decided to smell the fresh paint. I think she was trying to get high off the paint fumes. And she walked out of there with white whiskers, and I was like, what did you do? And it was because she was sniffing the paint. Melissa says, happy birthday to whoever is celebrating at your house. It's my buddy Matt, and a bunch of my skydiving friends are here, and a bunch of my Army friends are here. And so there's just kind of this big ass party that's at my house. And I told him, I'm like, you cannot bleed the party into the War Room, because this is the last show of the year and we have things to talk about. And so the party is in the kitchen on the other side of the house. So if you are new to the War Room, allow me to catch you up. It's been 299 episodes, so you've missed a bunch of stuff. But on March 14th of 2020, we started getting together here every night at 8:30 because the world was going to hell and nobody knew what the hell was going on. And so we started drinking together every night at 8:30. We did 80 shows in a row, rode out the height of the pandemic. And when we launched the Mistress Carrie podcast and MistressCarrie.com, we decided to turn Cocktails in the War Room into a weekly show. And that is what it's been since the summer of 2020, every Tuesday night at 8:30. Every once in a while, I got to cancel because I'm at a concert or I'm sick or something. But otherwise, we are here hanging out, talking about everything that's going on. If you go to MistressCarrie.com, go to the Cocktails in the War Room section, you will find a link for the dictionary for the War Room, and that'll catch you up on the glossary terms, the shorthand, the inside jokes that we have here in the War Room. So you can definitely catch up there. And if you're new to the War Room, you might not be aware that I have co-hosts. There's two of them, actually. Friday, Wednesday, come over here. So this is Friday, the newest addition to the family. She's 6.5 months old. And Wednesday, who has been the Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson for 299 episodes, unless we take the show to a bar. She's back here. Why do you guys want to be in my camera? You have a whole pug cam over here just for you guys. And you guys are like, no, I want to hide behind you. I got one there and I got one there. So there you go. Those are the co-hosts. That's Wednesday and Friday. By the way, come here. You want to tell everybody they can follow you on Instagram? This is Wednesday. Tell everybody they can follow you on Instagram. Rachel says, but they would bring you booze and cake so you can have it while you do the show. If I find out they're eating cake without me, I am going to be mad about that. Bish says, fuck it, bring them in. I don't know if we want that. A bunch of drunk skydivers and stuff barging into the War Room. I can't control the number of people that are over there. I thought it was a few people, and it was like, oh no, we're crashing the house. I was like, oh, okay. Annie Joan joining us in the War Room. What's up, Annie Joan? Kevin says, what's up, MC? Wednesday, Friday, and the gang. Been a privilege being here, says Jason. Right back at you, Jason. I'd be sitting here talking to myself, drinking, which would be a problem if you weren't here. So I appreciate, I'm working right now because you're here. So thank you. Let's see. What are we congratulating Bish on? I got a new job this week. Start after Christmas. Way to go, Bish. For new members of the War Room family, the family as they have dubbed themselves, if you're joining us in the War Room for the first time, you got to let us know that it's your first time and where you're watching from so the family can greet you properly. But one of the things that we try to do, because the world is really trying to make our lives more and more difficult all the time, is to be a support group and to celebrate all of the achievements and the good things that are happening in our lives. And then also a support group when you need a shoulder, because inevitably life is going to find a way to kick you in the nuts. And I don't mean graze the nuts. I mean like kick you directly square in the package. So that's why we're here, to celebrate the good stuff, to mourn the bad stuff, to talk about music, and, you know, just to get through another week. Tracy says, MC, we have done worse. That is a fact. Bish says, logistics specialist for a medical device company. Yeah, there's no healthcare business in Massachusetts at all, Bish. So I don't know if this job has a future. Jonathan says, I remember my first time. Rachel says, Carol, anise cookies or biscottis? Look, Carol, those pistachio biscottis. It's almost time for me to start baking my anise cookies for the holidays. That is going to start this weekend. So this is like the final push this week. The music industry usually shuts down for the last 2 weeks of the year because it was such a short turnaround between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year. The music industry is slowly starting to taper down over the next few days. And so I'm trying to get the last podcast episodes recorded for the year and to just kind of get everything buttoned down for the next couple of weeks. So that's why I'm saying I wanted to make sure we did the show tonight, because next week we're off for Christmas Eve. The week after that, we're off for New Year's Eve. That's the biggest gap we've had in 4.5 years. So when we come back the first Tuesday in January for episode 300, that'll be the longest we've gone without being with each other, which is kind of weird. We're all going to go through withdrawals, but we'll have plenty of stories to catch up on when we all meet back here in a couple of weeks. Not anise cookies, Tracy, anise cookies. They're delicious. So congratulations to Navy. Told you guys about being off the next couple of weeks. It's been kind of a crazy year since this is the last show of the year. I always kind of get sentimental a little bit at the end of the year. I am definitely one of those people. I don't really set New Year's resolutions per se, but I definitely look at New Year's as like a cleansing and a rebirth and a chance to start new, which is why my husband will tell you I have a hard, fast rule about Christmas, that the tree, the decorations, everything needs to be down and the house needs to be back to normal by New Year's Day, because I want to be able to start my new year off in an organized, clean house and to start the new year off on the right foot. So I enjoy all the Christmas stuff from Thanksgiving to Christmas. And then the days between the 26th and the 31st, we eat leftovers, we start taking down the decorations, we start putting things away. And then by New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I want to wake up on New Year's Day in a clean house with Christmas gone. I can only handle so much Christmas. I can only handle Mariah Carey so long. And then I'm like, I cannot handle it anymore. New Year's Day, we start anew. So let's see. January 7th, says Kevin, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Woohoo. Whatever that first Tuesday is in January, that should be the first show. So what day is that? Because New Year's Eve is Tuesday, right? So we're not going to do New Year's Eve. So it'll be the week after. Bish says Keith's resolution is to wear pants. He'll fail again. Let's see. Kevin says, Keith, it's called a hard restart. Yeah, exactly. Real or fake Christmas tree? Shane, real. Unless I could find, because the room where the Christmas tree is has a tall ceiling, and I love having a big tree. Like I have to get a ladder to put the star on the tree. I have not been able to find like a 12-foot black Christmas tree, like a fake one. I've seen 8-footers, 6-footers, but if I could find a decent like 10 or 12 foot, preferably 12-foot black Christmas tree that wasn't $3,000 like I've seen online, then I would buy a fake Christmas tree so I could have a black tree. But I have never had a fake tree. I have always had a real Christmas tree. Growing up, we always had a real tree. There was a fire department in a neighboring town growing up. They used to sell trees for the Firefighters Relief Association. And so growing up, that was part of the whole thing. The fire department had cider and they had snacks and carolers and Santa. And it was like a big thing to go and get the Christmas tree. And so we've always had a real tree. As much of a pain in the ass as it is to have a real tree with the needles, especially in a house with a wood stove, trying to keep that tree alive, it's on life support from the time I bring it into the house. But I love the smell of the tree. I love all of that. But I would love to have a black Christmas tree, which would just be way more me. So if I could find like a 12-foot black Christmas tree, I would forego the real trees if I could find the right one. Bish says they're real and they're spectacular. Nice reference. That's what she said Rachel. Paint the real tree black. Oh yeah, those fumes with the lights all over it. There's nothing flammable about that whatsoever. Dina says I have a 6.5-foot black tree, but we used the white one this year. I think the black tree with the decorations that I have would be perfect. Jason says $3,000. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. I have not been able to find a tree that tall, black, for under, I think, $1,000. I've seen them for like around $1,000, but they didn't look that good. Like there's really good quality fake trees, but they're like 6 or 7 or 8 feet tall, and that would look weird in a room with a pitched ceiling. So I need it big. You know what I'm saying? Like I need a big one. You know what I mean, you perverts. So the tree is real. What about a purple tree? Rachel, I think the purple tree might be a little much. I think I need a black tree. I don't think the purple tree would match everything else too. Like I have to be sparing. I have to use the purple sparingly because it's hard to have purple everything when you have purple hair. You look like a giant grape, like Violet Beauregard on the way to the juicer with the Oompa Loompas. I can't look like that. $159 on Amazon. Not a lot of girth, though, says Trina. Is it 12 feet tall? Is it big? Big and gritty of fave, says Jonathan. You guys are wound up tonight. Last show of the year. You guys are in it to win it for sure. Are you being a very good girl back there, Friday? Can you guys see her? Hold on. Look at her. She's laying with her head on the pillow and a bottle of Tito's. If she's not my dog, I don't know whose dog she is. Seriously. Are you being a very good girl right now? Are you behaving? Yeah. I know there's a house full of people that you would rather have petting you, but I appreciate that you're in here with me. Clip that you want it big, says Bish. I have a fake tree that's 4 feet tall, says Kevin. If you guys are starting to put tree links up, I will take it. Check Wayfair. They have black 12-footers. I will check. Bought it at Walmart, says Kevin. Where did you see it? You guys are having conversations amongst yourselves too. Did you expect anything less? No, you guys are wound up and ready to go. All right, so we have a lot of stuff we got to talk about. It is the end of the year. I wanted to let you guys know, we talked a little bit about the Spotify Wrapped numbers last week, and on Spotify, the most popular episode of the podcast for the year was episode 189, which is the Simple Man episode with Brent Smith from Shinedown. I did the math on all of the other podcast outlets, and that is the biggest episode of the year across all platforms, across all apps, no matter how you listen to the Mistress Carrie podcast. Episode 189 was the biggest episode of the year. So congratulations, Brent. Thank you for a very successful episode. Let's see. I love LED lights. They don't burn out as easily as the incandescent. Yeah, they don't get hot too. I still, having strings of lights on a dying Christmas tree in the middle of your house. I'm the daughter of a firefighter. I'm still paranoid about it. So, all right. So, I want to remind you, and obviously anybody that's new to the War Room, a lot of people are still figuring out and finding out that I'm back on the radio. I cannot tell you how many times a week I answer the question, what are you doing now? It's been 4.5 years, and there are still people finding out that I'm back on the radio. There's still people finding out about the podcast. It surprises me every time somebody asks, but people's lives are so busy, and there's so much going on all of the time. That's number one. And number two, being like a slave to the algorithm on social media, if I could be posting, they could like my page, they could follow my page, but if I'm not showing up in their algorithm, they don't even see everything that I'm posting, which is why it's always a great idea for you guys to interact with the post, because that helps to boost the algorithm as well, especially in the War Room, because we're posting on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and Twitch right now. So there are just always people that are asking me, what are you doing now? What are you doing now? So if you are one of those people that are like, where have you been and what are you doing now? I'm on the radio in a bunch of places. You can watch me on, or you can listen to me on 98 Rock, Charleston's Best Rock, every weekday from 10 to 3. You can listen at my98rock.com. You can download the 98 Rock app. One of the big things we got going on in the new year is one of these living room session shows with Lizzie and Joe from Hailstorm. We're presenting that show. So you can listen to me there. This is a mix of classic rock and newer rock. So if that's your vibe, then you can listen to me every weekday from 10 to 3 in Charleston. You can hear me every weekday from 3 to 7 at 100 FM The Pike here in Massachusetts, right in Worcester. You can listen at pikefm.com. You can also download the free Pike app and you can listen that way from wherever you are in the country. It doesn't matter. The beauty of the way radio works now with the technology is that you don't have to be in that city anymore to listen. There are so many digital ways through all of the streaming apps off the radio station websites. A lot of stations have their own apps. The Pike has its own app. and you can listen that way. This is more classic rock with a little bit of new music mixed in. And then if you like way more new music, you can listen to me every weekday afternoon from 3 to 7 on 106.3 The Bone in Portland, Maine. You can go to 1063thebone.com. You can download the Bone app, which always makes you guys giggle. And you can listen to me every weekday afternoon there too. So all of the station websites have a Mistress Carrie page. The podcast is embedded on all of the station websites. So it's pretty easy to kind of track me down. The other thing that you can always do is consult mistresscarrie.com, which not only has all the information on all the radio stations, but it also has all of my social links, and it has the concert and event calendar. And that has all the concerts in New England, but also all of my events as well. Now, I'm super excited because the Mistress Carrie Grunge Brunch at City Winery Boston with Five Against None, the Pearl Jam tribute band, on Saturday, December 28th, sold out. By popular demand, we added a second date because we know that there's going to be a lot of people that want to get out of the house and get away from their families the week between Christmas and New Year's. So we have added a second Grunge Brunch on Sunday, December 29th at City Winery Boston. These tickets are already selling. This is going to sell out long before that weekend. So if you want to make some preemptive plans, if you're going to have friends in from out of town, the brunch is fantastic. Doors open at 11. They are going to start playing the Pearl Jam Unplugged set starting at noon. I'm talking about Five Against None, the Pearl Jam tribute band. And by 2 o'clock, brunch is over. The brunch is great. There's charcuterie, stuffed French toast, Bloody Marys, mimosas, the whole thing. And it's at City Winery in downtown Boston, right between the TD Garden and the North End. It's super easy to find. You can walk from Faneuil Hall and Haymarket. You can walk from the North End. It's really easy to find. It's a really great, cozy room, and unplugged Pearl Jam music and brunch on a Sunday. How can you beat that? So you can go to mistresscarrie.com, go to the event calendar. There is a link to be able to get your tickets for the Grunge Brunch. The second date has tickets available. The first date is sold out, and you're going to run out of time because this one's going to sell out too. And guys, I got to thank you because we found a Stone Temple Pilots tribute band. And so we are already scheduling grunge brunches into 2025. And these events are successful because of you guys and everything that we have built together over the last 4.5 years. And so as these events get more and more successful, as more tickets get sold, it allows for expansion because there's a track record of success, and it's only successful because of you guys. So I cannot thank you guys enough for going along with all of my crazy ideas and being so supportive of all of the different crazy things that we're doing. Hold on, all of these slides are going crazy. There we go. All the crazy ideas that we're doing. So the more you guys support these events, the more events we can have. And the hope is that the events are going to get bigger and that we're going to be able to do some really cool things in 2025 and beyond. So really, really excited about that. The Mistress Carrie podcast launched in the summer of 2020, and it comes out every Wednesday. We have not missed a week, which means this is how many weeks since we launched the podcast, which is crazy. Oh, wait. This is this week's episode. Shit. I wanted to recap last week's episode first. There we go. Last week's episode was episode 236, featuring the guys from Pistols at Dawn, who just did a cover of Wham's Last Christmas, which is available everywhere and is featured on the corresponding playlist for this episode. The guys from Pistols at Dawn, they're a newer band. As much as I try to keep you guys in touch with the bands you already love, the bands that have been around for years throughout my radio career, I also love being able to introduce you guys to newer artists as well. And that includes Pistols at Dawn, who are from all over the world, who have a lot of big plans for 2025. Wait, what's going on here? Trina says WZON, Stephen King Station, is going off the air. He's been carrying these stations for years, and is no longer financially smart for him to continue to do it. I am super sad. Definitely late night radio for me as a kid in Maine. I saw that, Trina, and was super bummed out because those are the kinds of stations that I would love to be able to do shows on. And so I could do it right from MCHQ. It would be great. So I was really bummed out that I saw that he was shutting down his stations. Yes, Mr. Cole, social. Copper Mugs means Moscow Mule. I'm drinking. All right, so episode 236, this was last week's episode with the guys from Pistols at Dawn. New episodes come out every Wednesday, which means we are 237 weeks into the podcast. Cody Hansen from Hinder is my guest this week. They've got new music coming, big touring plans. There's a lot going on with the guys from Hinder. And so this episode goes live at midnight tonight. I just want to show you guys that obviously we have lost Friday, but my OG, my co-hostess with the mostess, she stuck with me, didn't you, Wednesday? Because you know I have a pocket full of cookies for you. Yeah. See? You know how we do it. Huh? There's a whole party going on the other side of the house with a bunch of people that would love to scritch your face, but you came in here to hang out with your mommy, didn't you? Because you know I have cookies in my pocket. That's why. I know. I appreciate it, though. Can I have your paw? Thank you. Can I have your other paw? Can I have a high five? Can I have a high five? High five. There we go. Sit down. Down. Good girl. See, you're so good. That's why you've been my co-host this whole time. That's why you have your own Instagram Wednesday. That's why. The rookie, I don't know where she went, but she doesn't get an Instagram until she stays loyal like you. Right? Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Bish says, sorry for the butt dial on IG. Jason, everybody asking about my mom. Guys, I appreciate you asking. She is pretty much the same. Obviously, it's a little hard around the holidays with my mom's illness being as progressed as it is, because so many of my memories around the holidays are centered around my mom. And so it makes the holidays bittersweet. Obviously, you need to be able to make new memories. And I'm lucky to have my husband and the kids and my sister and my extended family. But it does make things sad. So my mom is okay. Her illness is progressing, which is an inevitability. It's something that my entire family has been expecting and, have been preparing for as much as you can prepare for that eventuality. And so, we're just dealing with things day by day. Obviously, around the holidays, we try to make things really special for her. I decorated her room. She got a little Christmas tree next to her bed. And, we just try to do everything we can to just make every day as good as it can be for her. But it sucks. I think anybody that has a family member that has any kind of progressive illness, it's just, you want to enjoy every day the best you can. And you just want to know that you have done everything that you can and made as good of a decision in the moment as you could have. We've had extended conversations about this stuff in the past. And I think my sister and I feel as good as we can feel that we are doing the best job possible advocating for my mother and her wishes. And so that's kind of all that we can do, I guess. So, yeah, that's how mom is doing. So, all right. So I announced this week's podcast episode, Cody Hansen from Hinder. I want to remind you that if you subscribe to the podcast, not only do you get the full length episodes, but you get the sit rep, which is Monday through Friday. It's rock news, music headlines, entertainment updates, tour announcements, band drama, boiled down to about 5 minutes. It goes live really early every morning, Monday through Friday, so that you can be caught up with all of the news that's going on in music and then go about your day. So you can listen while you're making your coffee in the morning. You can listen while you're in the shower. You can listen while you're dropping the kids off at school, whatever it is that you're doing in the morning. You can get caught up. Your coffee break at work, if you want to listen then, whatever it is. But you could check out the sit rep. You could check out the full length episodes of the Mistress Carrie podcast. You just need to subscribe to the podcast or follow the podcast. And you can do that in any of these places and then some. Wherever you listen to your podcasts, all you have to do is search the Mistress Carrie podcast. You will find that artwork, and then you know you're in the right spot. You can listen to the audio of all of the episodes and, of course, the sit rep on YouTube. And if that's too much for you, just go to mistresscarrie.com, pick the episode you want to listen to, and hit play. It's that easy. Yes, I'm petting you Wednesday. I know. So here is some of the Spotify Wrapped stuff that I showed you guys last week. We're holding strong at 149 countries. The thing that I was talking about was the most popular episode for the year, and that was Brent Smith, episode 189, the Simple Man episode, which was not a surprise. I knew that when I dug out all of the archived audio of the first time they played it on the show, that that episode was going to be really popular with how big Shinedown has become, and a lot of people not knowing the history and the lineage of the Simple Man performance. So that wasn't a surprise when people got wind of that episode. So if you're celebrating your birthday today, like my friend in the other room with all of my skydiving friends, you share your birthday today with Mike Mills from REM, with Paul Rogers, who has literally sung for everybody. The Simpsons television show debuted 35 years ago tonight, the first episode, which is crazy. Not on the Tracy Ullman show. The actual Simpsons standalone television show debuted 35 years ago tonight. And the Wright brothers had their first flight on this date in 1903. So today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy unbirthday, Keith. Cheers to you guys. Brett says you guys are the best daughters. I appreciate that. Do the girls get to see Grammy? Are you talking, Donna, are you talking about Friday and Wednesday? Absolutely. They get to see Grammy. That was the first thing when we were looking to move my mom into a place that we knew would take care of her. That was the first thing I asked is, can I bring the dogs? And their stance is, as long as the dogs have updated vaccinations, I bring them copies of the vaccinations. They keep them in my mom's file. And yeah, the dogs can visit Grammy, which they do. And having the dogs on my mom's lap seems to connect something. And so she engages more. And the dogs love it. There's a lot of people around. And when you walk dogs into any kind of advanced care, life, any kind of facility that takes care of the elderly or people that are battling like long standing illnesses, assisted living places, anything like that. As soon as you bring dogs in there, it's a whole other thing. And so I have to make sure that I have enough time in my day to bring the dogs, because I know I'm going to be there way longer, because there are so many, especially because the dogs are small, that they're not intimidating. And so many of the cute little old ladies that are with my mom just want to spend time with the dogs, and it's so cute. Eric, yes, we're going to talk about Gaga and Brian Johnson in a minute. Absolutely. Let's see. My son is 18 today, says Tracy. Well, my daughter just turned 18 last week, so I'm right there with you, girl. Donna says, good, I'm glad they can still go and see her. They absolutely can. Bish says, my dad turned 75 years old on New Year's Day. Guys, Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top turned 75 yesterday. What? Just crazy. But Bish, say happy birthday to your dad from all of us, because we won't be getting together again until then, until after your dad's birthday. So make sure you tell your dad that we said happy birthday. From the fam, Brian Johnson joined Lady Gaga on a holiday episode of Carpool Karaoke last night on TV. So Lady Gaga was telling this story about how she and her grandmother, who was super influential in her music career, used to sing Highway to Hell together. And then Brian Johnson gets in the car, takes over driving the vehicle, and starts singing Highway to Hell with Lady Gaga, which is insane. Oh, look who's back. Look who's back. You decided to come back. You ditched us for a while. What were you doing? I told everybody that's why Wednesday has an Instagram and you don't, because you keep ditching us. Want to say hi to everyone? Huh? Don't eat my microphone. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. So Lady Gaga then also announced that she was an extra in an AC/DC music video. I think, is it Stiff Upper Lip? When she was 17 years old, which is crazy. And now if you Google it, they found her in the crowd. Like, she was in the video for like 3 seconds, but you can find her in the footage now, which is crazy. So there you go. So Brian Johnson and Lady Gaga on Carpool Karaoke. You can see the performance. There's video online. Hulu is producing a multi-episode docuseries on the history of heavy metal that is coming to Hulu in 2025. They have not announced yet the stories that they're going to tell, the artists that they're going to interview, but it is going to be a multi-episode docuseries on the history of heavy metal. The working title is called Into the Void, which is pretty cool. What are you doing? Here. Don't eat. That's my phone. You can't eat my phone. Yes, you can drink. Look at, there she is, just drinking her vodka. The booze hound that she is, right? Right? You're just getting drunk here in the war room. There you go. Tito's has really good dog toys. And then they have the Toto's dog toys. But it's pretty hilarious. And then the other thing is, this just happened today. The Federal Trade Commission has officially banned junk fees, and they are passing legislation about exactly how you need to be notified about how much concert tickets, vacations, rentals, things like that are, and that you agree on the price, and everything needs to be transparent and upfront. It's kind of sad that they've had to fight this for years and years and years. You would think it would be common business practices, but obviously it's not. And I was talking about it on the radio today, that this is like a unifying subject that Pearl Jam and Kid Rock agree on, which there's not a lot that the guys in Pearl Jam and Kid Rock agree on anymore. But when it comes to making sure that bots and scalpers and promoters are selling tickets at the ticket price, and that they're actually going to fans, is something that has kind of unified the entire music industry. So that just happened today, and you can expect more of that coming in 2025, because the entire music industry is kind of galvanized around this thing right now. Going over some of the tours real quick that are coming. These shows are coming to the TD Garden, of course, the big Disturbed 25th anniversary tour with 3 Days Grace and Seven Dust, Deftones at the Garden, Ghost at the Garden, Linkin Park at the Garden. All of those shows were on sale. Most of them are sold out already. I know Linkin Park is for sure. So you want to keep your eyes on the event and concert calendar at mistresscarrie.com, because I am constantly trying to get it updated with all of the shows and all of the tours that are getting announced. Coal Chamber rescheduled their tour. Now the Des Fafara is feeling better. Not only are they going to be in Boston at Big Night Live on March 30th, but they are also, I believe, on April 3rd, going to be up at Aura in Portland, Maine as well. So the guys from Coal Chamber are definitely going to be spending some time in and around New England. Rod Stewart already is going to be at the Xfinity Center next summer with Cheap Trick, and Papa Roach and the Rise of the Roach Tour with Rise Against and Under Oath have already scheduled their show at the Xfinity Center for next September. Thank you for all the kisses and your wet nose all over my elbow. The Hailstorm Living Room Sessions. I was telling you guys earlier that one of these shows is headed to Charleston. The only New England show is going to be at the MGM in Springfield on January 24th. Kerry King from Slayer is on his solo tour at Royale in February. Speaking of the birthday boy, Billy Gibbons from yesterday, he'll be at the Cabot Theater with the BFGs. That's his solo band. On February 13th. Dream Theater celebrating their 40th anniversary with Mike Portnoy back in the band at the Wang on March 15th. Heart at Foxwoods and at the Agganis next year in April. Weird Al Yankovic at the Wang and at Foxwoods. AC/DC, the Power Up Tour. I think there's like 8 tickets left at Gillette Stadium and they're not cheap. I've been looking because Mr. C wants to see AC/DC and I'm trying to see if Santa can bring Mr. C to see AC/DC. They are not, like, I can't get free tickets to the show. I have tried. I have called. They call them comps. There are no comps for AC/DC. So everybody in that stadium is buying a ticket. There's very few tickets that they gave away to radio stations to give away as prizes. But for schlups like me that are always looking to get free concert tickets, there are none. So I'm trying to see if Santa can bring Mr. C to AC/DC. We'll see what that happens with that. Post Malone and Jelly Roll at Gillette on May 31st. Coldplay, 2 shows at Gillette on July 15th and 16th. Coldplay, the number 2 tour this year, according to Polestar. Taylor Swift, number 1, obviously. Other rock artists that were successful this year in touring included Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones. Metallica was number 9 on the top 10 list of the biggest tours of 2024. Come on. Come on. Do you want to see if you can do some tricks? Do you want to see if you and your sister can I have your paw? Can I have your paw? Paw. Hey. Psychos. Sit. Paw. No. Paw. Thank you. Other paw. Now I want the other paw. You're being a puppy right now. You are cookie crazed. Can't you sit like your sister and be good? Wednesday, can I have your paw? Thank you. Can I have the other paw? Thank you. Friday, sit. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Paw. Thank you. Other paw. No, other paw. I want the other paw. No, this paw. I want this paw. No. I want this paw. All right, close enough. Cookie psycho. Lobster Joe joining us here in, hold on. Hi, Joe. Where is Joe? Joe, hello from Maine, Fisherman Joe. Hey, Joe, some of my friends in North Carolina just ordered a bunch of lobsters from you. They said they were delicious. So hello from Maine, Lobster Joe. Let's see. Bish says, got my tickets for AC/DC already. Cannot wait. Rachel, stop giggling every time I say Wang. Killing me. Eric says, Jelly Roll now has a goal to make the cover of Men's Health magazine by the month of April. Can't remember, by March or April, can't remember the month. Well, he's down over 120 pounds. You got to give it to the guy. I mean, look, it's a lot easier to lose weight when you have a personal chef and a trainer and all of that, but still, the work isn't easy. He's doing the work. It's unbelievable. Eric says, my dogs are going nuts because they hear you going paw, paw, and they're looking at me like, bitch, we had enough of your shit, says Eric. Oh my God, I love it. Louise says he looks great. He absolutely looks great. All right, so let's finish up with these shows. AC/DC we talked about, Post Malone and Jelly Roll we talked about, Coldplay we talked about, at Gillette. We were talking about the biggest tours of the year. 2025 is going to be another big year for tours. The Goo Goo Dolls have already announced they'll be at the Leader Bank Pavilion next July. Fenway's announcing shows already, including My Chemical Romance with Idols on September 7th. They're going to play the entire Black Parade album. That show sold out in like 5 minutes. Blackberry Smoke at the Palladium February 1st, and The Plot in You on March 14th, which is the same day as Disturbed. That's going to be a busy day. The Jesus Lizard. Oh, that happened last week. Damn it. Jack White is going to be at Roadrunner in Brighton on February 17th and February 18th on the No Name Tour. The MGM Music Hall at Fenway adding shows all the time. Joe Bonamassa in February, the Dropkicks in March, Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats in March. This just got announced, Spirit Box April 19th. Trivium and Bullet for My Valentine on May 2nd. Queens of the Stone Age. These are the shows from September of this year, postponed to June of next year. The Pixies in July, and more shows are getting announced. Let's see. Bish says, Carrie, I would love to train with Jelly and tell him my weight loss journey. Bish, if I could get him to pick up the phone. Like, good luck getting Jelly Roll on the phone anymore. I told him it was going to happen when I saw him at the Garden earlier this year on the Beautifully Broken tour, and we had 5 minutes to just catch up. I was like, dude, it is so hard to get a hold of you now. And he's like, half the time I don't even have my phone on me. Someone else is checking my messages for me. He's like, I'm working out. I'm in meetings. I'm doing interviews. I'm at sound check. He's like, half the time I don't even have my phone in my pocket anymore. That's how you know you're successful, when somebody else is holding your phone. House of Blues in Boston, Jerry Cantrell and Filter on the I Want Blood tour in February. The Dropkicks on St. Patrick's Day on March 17th. Poppy on April 4th. And The Used, 3 shows playing 3 different albums in April. Friday, did somebody give you a cookie? Were you begging for cookies in the kitchen from the drunk people that are at the party over there? I see you. And now your sister's coming in here because she wants to know what you got that she didn't get. What's going on over there, you two? That's what happens when there's people around and cute puppies. All right, let me catch up with these shows. Blackberry Smoke, we already talked about. The MGM Music Hall, we talked about already. House of Blues, we talked about already. Paradise Rock Club, Quicksand, the Linda Lindas and Melvins and Napalm Death are all headed to the Paradise Rock Club in Boston. Also, we already talked about the Grunge Brunch at City Winery Boston. We did not talk about Tom Hamilton from Aerosmith and his band Close Enemies. They just announced 10 tour dates in January and February. And they, that's a misprint. That show is January 10th, not February 10th. Let me fix it before my friends at City Winery Boston get mad at me. Tom Hamilton from Aerosmith, his band, they debuted in Nashville like 2 months ago, and they just announced a tour. They also have a date in Manchester, New Hampshire, but they will be in Boston at City Winery Boston on January 10th. And yes, those tickets are already on sale. Yes, it's up on the concert and event calendar at mistresscarrie.com with the link to make it easier for you guys to get tickets. I need to win Powerball to pay for all the tickets to shows I want to see, says Louise. Tell me about it. Melissa says she probably got more than cookies. I'm sure she did. What else are you eating? It's nice that you're just in here, sitting here nicely with me. Are you getting tired now because you've been doing so much running around with all the people in the house? Your dogs are like Thelma and Louise, says Eric. A truer statement has never been said, Eric. There's nothing at the DCU Center right now, Michael Cole. I don't see anything rock related that is scheduled at the DCU right now. So unless you know something I don't know, yes, sorry, social, I'll drink up. There's nothing so far at the DCU Center. Unless something got announced that I don't know about. So, all right, mail call tonight. Watch, this is what's going to bring Wednesday back in because Friday's sitting here so nicely. There is stuff to open tonight in the mail call. First of all, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, here comes Wednesday, right on track. She knows when mail call's happening. Come on, we're doing the mail. Get up here. Hope you and your family have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love, Alexis and Jason. Thank you guys so much. I love the holiday postcard idea. That's really cute. Not that I don't love the cards that you guys send because I love the cards too. But the holiday postcard idea is cute. Here comes Wednesday. She knows what's up, right? You guys in the dog cards. I love them so much. Wishing you a warm and cozy Christmas. Love, Denise. Thank you. And this one is from Lindsay. This one was crammed in the mailbox. It says, there we go. Look at that rolled up paper. Isn't that pretty? It says, Carrie and family, happy holidays. Love, Lindsay and Jason. Thank you. Look at how pretty that card is. That's all hand wound like paper, making that tree design. That's really beautiful. All right. Girls, are you ready to open up some stuff? Look at them. Turn the camera on. Yeah. See? She knows. Friday, go back over here. Back over there. Sit down. Sit. Good. Sit down. Good girls. Let's open the card first. It's impolite not to. That's what my mother always told me. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Carrie. I hope you had a great holiday with family. Here are a few gifts for you, Miss Wednesday and Miss Friday. Love, Donna. P.S. There is a clue to what the shirt says wrapped in the shoulder if you are not up on your Morse code. Best wishes for a wonderful holiday season and a new year filled with happiness. So I've told you guys that my grandfather was a Morse code operator in World War II, right? And that he used to play the Morse code game with us on the walkie-talkies when we were kids. Most of the time because he knew he could give us one sentence and it would take us all afternoon to figure out what it was. So there you go. Okay, this is from the Smithsonian Longimals, Toys for Dogs, squeaks to entice the dog, crinkles to keep your dog engaged, stuffing free for less mess. It's even got rubber nubs for their teeth, which looks kind of dirty. But it's an elephant. Are you already excited to play with your new toy? Do you want to bite it? Here, bite it. Here. You want to wear your elephant like a scarf? Huh? Do you like the crinkles? Yes? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. This is Kibble Fudgy Bites. You hear the crinkling? Let me take the tag off. I don't want you eating the tag. Do you want to see? What's this? What's that? I know you're so excited. Friday, this is new for you. Wednesday's like, oh, I got this. I'm a seasoned professional. But Friday, this is new for you. People send you things in the mail because you're such a beautiful, perfect little girl that never poops in mommy's house, right? 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 Friday. She needs to learn from Wednesday. Doggy Dudes, Doggy Snacks. Here. You want to play with your toys? Okay, here is the t-shirt. Hold on, So in the card, it said there's a hint in the t-shirt if you're not up on your Morse code. This is the hint in the t-shirt. Oh, wait. I can put it on my finger. Or I could do the double bird. Nice. The double bird. I love that the Morse code is in skulls and dashes. It couldn't be more perfect. But I am going to have to transcribe this. A hint, but I don't know. I need some guesses on what the t-shirt says. Because I am going to have to catch up on my Morse code. I'm thinking, fuck off. I think that's what it says. Am I right? I think it says fuck off, which I couldn't love more if I tried. All right. Also in here, this is Managing the Unmanageable, and it is a journal book, which is beautiful, by the way. And then Plots and Schemes, which couldn't be more like me if it tried. And they're just empty journal books inside, which is great because you guys know that I'm constantly making lists, taking notes, prepping interviews, and I go through pads of paper like crazy. Wednesday is the prim and proper lady. Friday is the one that's spastic. Can you tell? Crammed mailbox, add to dictionary. Bish, you got to remind me of that. Jonathan says, that is so cool. Melissa confirms the shirt says, fuck you. Bish says, eat a bag of dicks. There's not enough Morse code on the shirt for that. Does that say blueberry cobbler? No, it does say fuck off. Fuck you. You are the first two words. Yep. Wear it to church and see who can read it. It'll be the one that says veteran on the baseball hat at church for sure. Start the book, says Brett Feldman. You sound like my husband. And then also, some homemade treats for the doggies. Are you playing with your new toys? Thank you very much. I love the t-shirt. It is subtle and hilarious. I will wear it with much pride. Seeing who can read it will be hilarious as well. And then, oh God, I almost tipped the microphone over. Look out, Friday. And then there's one more box. The card that says, Carrie and family, may peace be in your home and in your heart this season and always. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Love, Melissa, Tim, Opal, and Pearl. Are you eating the cardboard box? You just got new toys. Good girl. Sit down and behave. We'll see what's in the box for you. So there's little notes on everything in here, Melissa. You are crazy. She said, one is for you and one is for Mike Shue. Tell him Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. They are the national day to celebrate calendars. So I know I'm going to see Mike Shue for the holidays because Mike Shue's wife told me at the Pike Christmas party that she is making homemade limoncello, which she knows I love. I told her that I would trade limoncello for cookies and lasagna, which I know she loves. So Mike Shue, he and I have a date the week of Christmas to meet up for a coffee or a drink in our coffee. Friday, stop eating my hair back there. To swap stuff so I can get my limoncello, which my sister has already claimed half of. So this says, because you have so much time to read, heavy sarcasm, these are bookmarks and can also be used to mark favorite recipes, pages, and notebooks. And if you ever get the time to actually sit down and read a book. So I will tell you that I actually do, from time to time, find the time to sit down and read an actual book. I do not have an e-reader. I actually read actual books. And most of the time, it's either a book for an interview that I'm doing. Most of the time, it's like a rock star biography. But I have been known to read trashy vampire books. which is kind of my my guilty pleasure. So when things get stressful, I do, in fact, sit down and read actual books. Hey. And they're usually trashy vampire books. So these page markers will be perfect for trashy vampire books. And so is this one that you like, instead of dog earing your pages, you kind of put this on the page itself. Those are really cool. And yes, I get made fun of by everybody that knows me for reading trashy vampire books. And I don't care. They make me happy. Then if I'm lucky, they make them into a TV show or something, like A Discovery of Witches, which I loved. Which if you haven't watched that on TV yet, it's really, really good. It's 3 seasons. Carrie's vocabulary. Fuck it, fuck me, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. For fuck's sake, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Why the fuck am I here? Are you fucking kidding me? It's really Carrie. It's got my name on it and everything. It is my full-blown vocabulary. Could not agree more if I tried. Again, I don't know where you find these things. I'm ecstatic that you do. But I don't know where you find a book that has my name and the word fuck 10,000 times on it. But I love it. Crinkly Elf. Girls. Do you want a Crinkly Elf Wednesday? Friday, what's this? She has Wednesday's love of these little crinkle toys. She loves them. Wednesday, do you want the reindeer crinkle toy? Do you want this one? There you go. Get the reindeer crinkle toy. And there's an owl crinkle toy. Friday, do you want to see the owl? And the reindeer. What's this one? Rawr. Full-blown puppy energy going on right now. Wednesday's just going to sit back and like make her decision about what toy she's going to take away from Friday later. There is also some of my favorite chocolates in here. Thank you. I only eat these at Christmas. I only eat peppermint at Christmas. I'm going to have to eat these before my sister gets her hands on them because she steals them from me all the time. I don't know what it is, but after Thanksgiving, I crave peppermint. Open me too, this says. Okay. Oh. Do you want the Christmas tree crinkle? What's this one? Do you have to claim every single one of them Friday? You have to share those with your sister, you know. Oh, God, what is in here? There we go. Ooh, it's a potion. Homemade cooking vanilla. Ingredients, Madagascar vanilla beans and vodka. Oh, thank you. That's how you know you're getting old. When someone gives you homemade vanilla and you're like, oh. All right, and this says, oh, that's the bookmark note. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. Guys. They are Wednesday tree ornaments. Thing. They come in a whole purple box that is filled with black crinkly paper. There is the school. There's the scorpion that is like very carefully packaged because it looks very fragile and I'm going to try not to break it right now. There's another school. There's Wednesday and her cello. And The umbrella. Oh my God, I love that one. They come in a box. Let me see if I can show you the cover of the box, if I can get these back in here without... Oh my God, these are... I can't wait to put them on my tree! It's the Wednesday set of 6 ornaments. It comes in this box. Oh my God, these are so awesome! Where do you find these things? Like, your Google history, your search history is like my life. I don't know where you find all the perfect things, but thank you for finding them for me. To the entire McMahon family, you guys are amazing. Wednesday, Friday. You keep throwing all your crinkle toys. Do you want to say thank you for all the toys that everybody sent you? Look at all these new toys you got. You got this toy. You got this toy. You got so many new toys. You're so spoiled. I will tell you that the stuffed toys, she is annihilating them at a Olympic level pace. It's unbelievable. But these crinkly toys, they take a lot longer. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. They take a lot longer for her to destroy, but she tries. Eric says, cannot wait for Wednesday season 2. I am right there with you. Rachel says, oh my God, that is fantastic. Jonathan said, that is so awesome. I want to start making my own vanilla. You guys got to swap recipes because I can't wait to try this. Penny says, that is amazing. Need to get the bottles to work on bourbon vanilla. Oh, yeah, you do. Denise says, hi, all. I cannot believe you are all still here. Denise, it's the last episode of the year. We're running late. Donna says, Rachel, Amazon has some good deals on smaller bottles. Well, there you go. Problem solved. So there you go. Girls, can you... Friday, what are you doing? Will you say thank you? Come over here and say thank you for all of the nice things that everybody sent you. You're so good that everybody wanted to send you nice things for Christmas. Right? What a good girl. All right. Let me see. Want to remind you guys that the Mistress Carrie Christmas ornament sale is on until Christmas. The ornaments are just $10. They are in the store on sale right now. So you can shop till your heart's content. They come in purple and black. That's what they look like right there. Not the nutcracker, but the ornaments right there. Got a chance to sit down with all the Mistress Carrie backstage pass holders over the weekend. Kind of caught them up on everything that was going on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Mistress Carrie backstage pass is available on Patreon. We get together every month to talk about the behind the scenes working of all things Mistress Carrie, fill you in on news, events, tell you who's coming up on the podcast so you can submit questions. I give you travel blog updates. I am traveling again at the end of January, so I'll be taking you guys with me. You get early access to event ticket information like the Grunge Brunches and exclusive concert ticket giveaways, and there are a lot of these that are coming up. 2025 is going to be a very busy year. You can click the Patreon link at mistresscarrie.com or go to patreon.com/mistresscarrie if you want to get yourself a Mistress Carrie backstage pass, which, by the way, makes a great Christmas gift. And a reminder about all of the places you can find me online, all the social links, all the radio stations, everything is linked at mistresscarrie.com to make it super easy for you to be able to find me. What are you chewing? What do you have? You're eating black crinkle paper from my Wednesday Christmas ornaments. It's like when you get a cat a toy and they just want to play in the box, or a kid for that matter. You're going to spend all this money on Christmas gifts for kids and they're going to want to play in the refrigerator box because that's what kids do. One more shout out to everybody on the Mistress Carrie Veterans Rock Facebook page. Obviously, with the Army-Navy game, the Marine Corps birthday, Veterans Day, there's been a lot going on the Veterans Rock page. We're up to almost 2,000 people. We're really, really close. If you are a veteran-owned business this holiday season, this is a great place for you to advertise your business. If you are looking to hire veterans, it's a great place for you to try and recruit. If you are working on a charity event or working for some kind of nonprofit, this is a great place to solicit for donations, to look for volunteers, or just to advertise your event to get people to go. So go on Facebook, search the Mistress Carrie Veterans Rock page. It's open to the public. And not only join the group, but also share it and let your other friends know about it as well. Ralph says, I found salted caramel vodka. Oh my God, that's amazing. Donna says, you are amazing, Melissa. She 100% is. Denise says, my gifts are on the way. Denise, you guys don't have to send me the stuff you do, but you guys send me the most amazing stuff. Keep a lookout for a package, says Carol. Add some salt to that paper, says Jonathan. Oh my God, she's literally sitting right here on my lap. Right? You're a good girl when you want to be, and then you're a little shit when you want to be. These salt and paper flavored chips. Yeah, exactly. She would love that. So that's it, guys. That's the last episode of the year. We are going to start back fresh in 2025, which I can't believe we're going to say out loud, with episode 300. I got to get through the holidays. We're working on some surprises to try and bring some guests on for episode 300. I will let you guys know. But I was telling the Backstage Pass holders this over the weekend. You know, like I was saying earlier, I always get kind of sentimental about the end of the year, and I look back at everything that's happened that year. And when it comes to the War Room, it's hard not to be sentimental and look back 4.5 years, almost 5 years at this point. And everything that we have gone through, every discussion we have had, every problem we have solved, every death we have mourned, every birth that we've celebrated, every milestone that's been achieved. I literally have been sitting in this very spot through all of it, 299 episodes, barring the ones that we took on the road. And the amount of things that we have gone through together has been insane. And the plans and the dreams and the goals and the aspirations I have for the future are pretty lofty. I'm hoping that I can achieve even half of them, and I'll do it all with your support from sitting right here. So, you know, I can only wish for you the happiest and healthiest holiday season, whatever your beliefs are, whatever holidays you celebrate, whatever reasons you have to get together with the people that you love. We could all use a couple of weeks of laughs and drinks and amazing meals and stories and giving and receiving thoughtful gifts. And I can only, hey, come on. I can only wish that stuff for you guys. Like, one of the biggest things I got this year is nugget number 2. And it's only been a couple of months since she's been in the house, but she has already changed everything around here, including Wednesday. And so I'm just so grateful for everything. Even though it hasn't always been easy, I'm so grateful for you guys. And I just hope that 2025 brings you all of your dreams coming true, the best of luck, the most powerful and positive of fortunes. And if we're not lucky enough to have everything be good next year, as we have learned, it's near impossible, that we also know that we're all going to be here for each other when things aren't so good. So, Wednesday, do you want to say goodnight? You came back up. Can I turn your camera back on so you guys can say Happy New Year and Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, and say thank you to everybody for all of the love and all of the amazing toys that they send you. Yeah, see? Friday's giving you kisses. Are you being a good girl? Yes, you're being good. And a pug hole to end the year. There you go. Donna says, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I am so happy you all are in my life. Right back at you, Donna. Jay says on Instagram, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Eric says, oh, fuck, who's cutting onions in here? I know. It's getting a little dusty in here, too. It must be the wood stove. Keith says, we know it's not much, but every little bit helps. Hey, over here. Some days are colder than others. I hope everyone has a happy new year and happy holidays, and we will see you next year. I will see you guys on episode 300 in January. It's going to be weird not being around you guys for 2 weeks, but we will come back with pictures and stories and amazing gifts and recipes and food and just a great end to the year. So to end the show tonight, guys, cheers to you. Thank you for all of your love and support. The girls appreciate all of the love and support that you guys are always giving them too. And obviously my entire family, my aunts, my mom, my husband, the kids, everybody appreciates how much you guys love and support all of us. And it means the world to us. So from my family to yours, cheers. Episode 237 of the Mistress Carrie podcast featuring Cody Hansen from Hinder goes live at midnight tonight. And I will see you guys next year. Bye. Bring on episode 3.